Do y'all remember the previous episodes of the Midnight Enigmas? We talked about all sorts of ideas and topics that we love to discuss, including conspiracy theories, which are very interesting. This episode, we'll be going back to some episodes, and we're going to bring up some new idea topics to talk about. And personally, for me, I'll be talking about future stuff for the channel. I am MissingPikaNo. The Boomer Beanie is OneLane.
Yeah.
And the Dorito Chin, which might be above me on Discord, I don't know, is GoneRogue. And the guy who hates certain cars more than other cars is Reaper. And we are together the Midnight Enigmas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just to
That's
clarify,
all.
I don't hate certain cars. It's just
It's
Camaros.
just Andrews.
Just Andrew's car.
Just fun.
Oh.
I even like Camaros. I'm a big fan of Bumblebee. I just don't like Andrews.
Aw.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
Andrew, I guess your car is shit. I don't know, so fuck you.
All right, so right
All right.
off the bat, We-
First ever podcast.
so right off the bat, we as a team here have decided that we would really like to give a shout out to our guys as come and hung out with us in the chat just about every single Friday when we do our live whatever the heck it's called, live premieres on YouTube.
Live premiere.
Yeah, Ronnie and Ryan, they come in every single week, and even Reaper on the podcast has never been there.
Yeah.
And so Ronnie and Ryan, we would personally, from us as a team, all the Midnight Enigma guys, everybody, thank you for your viewers,
Whole
for
crew.
your views, your chats. Thank you for everything that you commented on and give us ideas and your feedback. So we thoroughly enjoy having people to come watch us live and hang out with us in the chat. So thank you for that. And you guys are pretty awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna do that right off the bat before we get rolling here. So
Yeah,
Double
congratulations,
chat,
guys.
son.
Congratulations, guys. You wasted your life watching us.
you wasted your life watching us. All right, so
We talked about some interesting things.
I
balls,
Like, do a
maybe.
quick-
I feel like we probably need to start off with any ideas for any of the episodes that we've already done that you want to add to, like any off the top of your head, if we got anything or
Well,
not.
Man, it's crazy.
I mean,
We started this thing 2 months ago.
well, we started posting 2 months ago. We was recording this stuff back in
we was-
December, I think.
Was it this?
I think so. I think so.
It was around like the code.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
when it was code, but it was not. I don't
When
think
we
it was
started actually
December.
filming.
Yeah, when we started filming.
We moved.
Man,
We did that after I moved, and I was not in this house yet
Yeah.
until. I was probably there in December. Whatever, fuck it.
mm,
But yeah, this channel's it's kind of old. The videos are old anyway,
not too old.
so it's kind of
It's
weird that we're
special.
recording this now after we uploaded the fucking 11 videos. So it feels kind of weird doing this again.
Yeah.
But like, it's something. But for you,
Oh yeah,
Andrew,
because we didn't record after once we finished recording the music part 2, which was what, probably about a month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roughly 3 weeks ago or so.
Yeah,
3 or
we
4 weeks
didn't
ago.
record none. We just let them ride on Friday.
Yeah. So it's been a
so-
while since we actually physically recorded anything. I just like the growth. Like I feel like we're getting some kind of structure, ideas,
Built.
built up to some kind of
And these are some
format.
solid viewers too for a starting out YouTube channel.
Yeah, in the 20s or so. That's not bad. Once once we figure out how
I want to
to.
shout this out.
Yeah, let's go.
Most things that stuck with me doing this channel was when
Okay.
Ronnie first came in there and he gave us the whole, because when we was all feeling like, man, this ain't gonna go nowhere, and he hit us with a what was it? It was like just keep pushing, keep the grind up, and you'll see results.
Yeah.
And now we're like,
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works.
and like these
100%.
views just keep jumping almost every week.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
you just
our
gotta.
part two outdid our part one, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
by a long
Yeah.
shot.
You gotta keep pushing, and me and Ronnie King apparently think alike because we both said that shorts would be a good idea.
That's
So,
true too. He did say that. He did.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the movement of short form.
I think the
content.
issue is though is I've been too busy doing other things to do editing shorts.
Right.
So I feel like
Yeah, I
if
just
I'm
want
too
to shout
busy,
him out personally too.
I feel like if I'm too busy,
Shout out Ryan for hanging out
might-
and chatting
Yeah,
with us
man.
too.
Yeah.
Y'all legends.
Yeah.
Giving us y'all's time every Friday.
All right.
I feel like when I'm like too busy, I think like I'm too busy. For instance, Andrew, you should probably work on the shorts.
yeah. We just have to.
I try, bro.
Yeah,
It's hard.
just for like
Twelve-hour shifts
just some
coming
insider data here. So we do all these recordings, and then I do all the editing through the week of the actual episodes to post them on Fridays, and then we sometimes we record for 2.5 3 hours to cut it down to an hour and a half to 2 hour podcasts, and
Yeah.
it takes me all week
That
all week to edit them.
I think our longest one was the music one.
Well, yeah, that's why it had to be a two-parter.
That was-
But yeah, and then Pika down there talking for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
dude.
I didn't talk
Yeah,
for 2
yeah, you
hours.
had the
no, Reaper had
Yeah, you-
he had a hard 43 out, and it was Pika's turn, and we was like,
yeah.
German DJ got it, Swedish DJ got it. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, so
So we talk about any old episodes, or we gonna move on to something.
I got my shirt on.
He finally got his Guns N' Roses, where he's a diehard
This-
GNR fan
I got the other
from
one
our
in there.
last
dude probably
music episode.
found it in a fucking
I was so
like
bummed out that
in
it
the
was in the
garage
wash
or some
machine when we was
shit.
on
recording
that
that.
episode.
I was so bummed out.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
So
I got it on this time.
anything off the top of your heads from any of our old episodes that we want to recap or add to, subtract from? I'm sure I made.
Damn.
Me personally, it is a
I
big
think I'm good on all that
no.
stuff.
Well, only thing that I know off the top of my head is I got called out in one of our chats about one of the time traveler videos. Somebody had made a comment. It's like don't tell us that you don't remember something during the middle of a story. I don't. I
remember that.
yeah, I go off the top of my head. So obviously I can't. I'm not a computer. I'm not going to remember everything. There's no. I mean, we could research live during the video, and we have done that before, and we should have. That's a key. With that, we're still growing and still learning. So yeah, I should have remembered that key detail, and I didn't. I did put it in the chat during our live premiere. What that was. I don't even remember what it was. Remembering it now. I just remember that was something that stuck with me. That yeah, I needed to be better on that. That whoever said that, and I don't know if that person has even come back in and watched anymore. I don't think they've been in the comments anymore. But we might have lost that viewer because I didn't tell that story to his, you know what I'm saying, to the way it was supposed to be.
You're not,
I mean,
but you're not.
I got
Yeah, I
the
know.
comment pulled up right here if you want me to read
Yeah,
it out. Right?
which was it about?
But it was in the time glitches one.
Yeah, I remember it was
was
time glitchy.
he said, "Bro, ... don't come into a story, quote, not remembering, end quote, things. What did that chip do? Question mark.
Oh, the chip from the John Teeter story. That's what it was. The IBM where he
Yeah.
was coming back for the IBM, and I did put it in the live chat. That
We did the
that episode,
open panel.
the open panel chat, live chat on what it did. But I did
does
not
it replay those? I think it does. When you watch the video, I think they pop up on the side automatically.
only if you choose for it to. Like people can watch. Like you were watching one at my grandmother's or your grandmother's house, my mom's house, and the live chat wasn't in there. It was just a video because you have to actually open the live chat up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
all.
always show the live chat when they're watching it on replay, but they have to actually physically choose to open up the previous live chat. So like I said, I had put it in there that it was the original IBM. I think it was IBM processor. It was the only thing that could change logistics. And supposedly in the John Teeter story, in the future, the time that he traveled from, they couldn't change legacy files because their new stuff couldn't go back far enough to change it. So they had to get something from this time to be able to change something that was only working in the future. And that processor, that certain IBM processor, was one of the only ones that could do that job, and that was to change legacy files. And that's what he specifically was coming back looking for that. In time, he was going backwards in time till he could find one of those working IBM processors, computers from their, and that's what he was doing. And I couldn't remember what that did. And it was just to be able to edit legacy files, because certain processors can't edit all legacy files, and that one could. That's all. That's literally, I couldn't remember what function it did when I was telling the story off the top of my head. And that's what I do. Like, I'll do research, or I'll have ideas or what, and I try to memorize the story, so I'm not reading them off. I'm sure I've said that in this a lot. We do.
I needed to work on
we
that.
do read them off.
I'll do my
quite a bit.
research. Like, I'll research mine, but I can't remember.
Yeah, and so
some stuff.
something I need to get better on is getting the finer details and stuff like that. And that was just, like I said, that was just one thing, one comment. But you always remember, and not that even that was negative, but you could take it as a negative. You remember that stuff more than you remember the positive, and that's why at the beginning of this episode I wanted to specifically call out the positive stuff before we got to that. That's the only thing off the top of my head. I'm sure I've made mistakes in this whole podcast, but with stories I tell, because like I said, 90% of the stuff that we've done, I've done off the top of my head, just the way that I've remembered the story or talked about the story. So I might not always be correct. I am a human being. I will fail. But
All right. So
nothing.
for anyone to talk about their ideas, since I know for the fact that the two old people here, okay, the two oldest, we'll be talking about their caves and their stuff they gone through over the years from caving and all that bullshit. I had a cave one time in my old house. It was fucking. I had a bat came out of my closet one time.
You got Batman what hell hiding in your house.
Yeah, my closet was the bat cave.
All right, so Reaper knows more about like the location and what the cave's called and everything else, and he's definitely been there to the place more. Him and his brother and stepbrother went in there a lot more than I have, because I've only been there probably maybe 4 or 5 times. But out of those 4 or 5 times, we had like 2 epic things, crazy, for me, life-changing things deep underground where you can't see your hand in front of your face. It's so dark. So I don't know. Maybe I want to start it off with the details of where this is or whatever. I don't know.
Well, okay, so just general description. Living, I guess everybody knows that we live in Kentucky. I particularly live in Rockcastle County, Kentucky. We've got a few.
Doxing yourself out there, son.
What?
Just because you give a county don't mean nothing. I'm in Madison
Yeah,
County.
good luck.
There's 2 whole cities
luck.
in my
Yeah, I
county.
guess.
Actually,
Good.
4 if
Good.
you want to count the small ones.
Good luck finding me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or surviving on his little bitty road.
Okay, anyway, so long story short, live in Rockcastle County. Everybody calls it the Ice Cave. That's what it's known as around here locally. I'm sure there's cavers from other states and counties coming in that may call it something different, whatever. But around here, we call it the Ice
Yeah, because
Cave.
there is people that come in from all over the country.
Oh yeah,
These,
we
this
get a lot
place.
of people from Ohio, and the cave is the cave's pretty. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people actually what we would call what I view as the exit. It's actually what they view
It's
as
the entrance. Yeah, we always did it backwards. What they said. Yeah.
Yeah, we always went down and went through the big opening, and it's an opening probably 50 or 60 foot wide by 15 or 20 foot tall.
It's the other end. It's hard.
It's the other end
Is the
is
first
a small,
story.
The other end is a smaller exit. It's not quite what he's describing. You actually get to the exit, but it's big enough for you to stand up and walk out of. But then you got to walk about 3/4 of a mile or a mile down a set of railroad tracks.
Yeah, to get out of there. Yeah.
To get back to your car.
Yeah.
To get back to where you parked at.
Right.
And it is a used set of railroad tracks.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
do use
I
that
just
set.
I'm just reminded. If I'm not mistaken, my grandpa used to fucking work at the coal mines, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's like my family's definitely been in a cave at some point, but like
There's a train tunnel
I
that
just-
counts as a cave.
I just wonder how it's
No.
like to go inside those
I don't know.
mines,
No.
to go inside those caves and mines and all that. 'Cause
Dude,
that should count as caving, doesn't it? The mines.
Mines can. I think it's a similar atmosphere, kinda. But I don't. I wouldn't think. I would
Oh
say.
yeah,
I
maybe.
would say the feeling and the atmosphere is
verticos.
similar. I've never been in a mine, so I
No.
couldn't tell you. I would say the feeling and the atmosphere is kind of similar, but man-made structures can collapse and all that stuff, and
That's
Oh,
your
yeah,
that's
yeah.
and rocks and stuff like that. They're not gonna, unless you put yourself in a bind or cause trouble in their cave, or maybe an earthquake or catastrophe happens. They're not gonna really move, whatever. But like I said, you could
So
trigger
basically-
something in there just like you would a man-made.
Okay, so one is natural, the other has structural issues and black lung. Okay.
Yes. But the very first caving story that I'd like to get to, the very first
Oh,
time,
I have been in a cave.
the very first
We're in Cumberland Falls. There was a cave. It's kind of small though.
Cumberland Falls. Now this is a pretty big sized cave. It has multiple rooms. I remember something called it was like the cookie something dome or something in there. Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
It's a cookie dome or some shit like that.
the cookie it's the cookie dome.
Something
and
in
it's-
there.
yeah.
It's huge room, dude. It's a football field.
Yeah.
It's a football field, a big arched top to it. I mean, it's beautiful.
Big rounded top.
Yeah, it's
where
beautiful
The
in
water's
there.
all washed up. And it does have a creek running into this cave.
Yeah.
So you have to watch the time of year. Like right now, after all these rains and stuff,
Yeah, it can be pretty.
especially with this flash
floods.
flooding. It don't flood. It will in certain areas, but
Yeah.
now if you get in there and you're talking about weather like this, best time to go to it is in the fall, like late fall of the year after all the rains and the humidity is passed, or even up toward the end of winter. Because the cave is, when you come out, you're gonna be cold, but you get underground. A cave is 52 degrees year round.
Yeah.
You're so far underground. So you're going to be cold going in, you're going to be cold coming out, or you're going to be hot going in, and you're going to be hot coming out.
Is that Hawaiian Punch?
Yeah.
Look at the uncle and nephew. Yeah. C4, you're not a sponsor, but if you want to jump on us, we're nobodies.
You talking? You guys
Alright.
sharing the same drink? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Well,
So I can tell you when I knew I was in trouble. Right. So this is when I knew I was in trouble. I had only been to Mammoth Cave, the big tourist attraction where they got guided tours walking through this place.
walk down the steps.
Walk down the
touch
steps and you can touch the rocks and it got
and they got
like,
lights.
yeah, lights and decorations everywhere, and they're like, "Ooh, let's show you how spooky it is. We're gonna turn it off for 5 seconds. Ooh, look how dark it is. Okay, now let's get you out of here. Now on to the next crew." This is when I knew I'm in trouble. We're walking through the woods to find the entrance, which is the exit. We've already said that at the beginning. We're doing it backwards, and as we're doing it, this is the very first trip I ever went down there with him. We passed two dudes who's in full caving gear, hard hats, fucking got the harnesses and everything, and I got a little flashlight. No hard hat, blue jeans, and the flannel.
Tennis shoes.
Just a flashlight. I was watching these guys walk past it. I'm like, dude, we ain't prepared for this, dude. What am I walking into? This is a very first trip. I'm like, dude, I hope I hope I can get out of this place. Little did I know, it was about the most miserable trip out of a cave in my entire life. First one in.
Oh my God.
So let's just describe our exit, which is, like I said, the technical entrance to this cave is probably.
Oh, you gotta describe the entrance first, because the entrance
it's downwards, but at an angle.
Yeah, no, but then when you get to the entrance, you've got to come off about a 8-foot cliff.
Yeah, 8 to 10 foot drop.
And step down into the creek, which is, you can get down it. It's kind of got some footholds and handholds, and you can get down into the creek.
Or you can just ungracefully fall like my fat ass did.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but yeah, yep, that's how you get down, buddy.
That's how you get in.
Good job. Good job. Those wet tennis shoes, they'll be all right.
Oh my God.
And so we get into the cave, and I'll let you continue the story.
But it's fun exploring and stuff in there, and I don't remember any problems at all till we got, because he was like, at some point he's like, we can turn around and go back the same way we come, and I'm like, nah, dude,
No.
we want to go. I want to go all the way through this thing first time through here.
Oh,
I actually knew. He's like, I don't know, man. It's a tough go all the way through. And he's like, man, I don't know. I don't want to come down here for the first time and not go all the way through it. But, I mean, I don't think I don't think the first time in there I still didn't see every room, but I hit the highlights. You know what I'm saying? Took us to the highlights and a couple of the offshoots here or there. We was probably down there for maybe 2 hours or so, hour and a half.
We should go. And
But an hour of it was getting out. I feel like it was the most miserable crawl in my entire fucking life. When I tell you,
no. You got to stop it. You got to back up. Because you forget the crater experience. You forgot the crater experience. So you walk up. No.
That's just to get out. Hold on.
So in the middle of the cave. So I took him to one spot, and I had to tell him, I was like, now I'm going to walk up through here. I was like, don't be pushing. I said, we're exploring an offshoot. I was like, don't be pushing. I said, because we're going to come out, and we're going to come out on top of this room. But below us, unless we have ropes, we're dying when we fall. Yeah. So just enjoy the view when we get up here. And so I'm walking to the edge, and what it is you get up here and you hit this offshoot and you climb uphill, and there's a cavern that comes out up here, and the bottom of the room floor is down here. Yeah, and it's just a sheer drop of about 30 foot or so. And you're looking out, and you can shine your light, and you're looking out all in this big open room. And they've set up a big 55-gallon drum that collects water that's been dripping. So if you get in there, at least you got a water supply that you can drink water, because it's pretty much filtered limestone water. Right. So it's drinkable. It is drinkable. It's like spring water.
Yeah, it's good too.
And it is good. Yeah. So we didn't take no water. We took two
flashlights.
We had 3. I had a 3. I had a backup light.
Oh my God.
And so then you leave this room and you go through a couple more little rooms down next to, and I was like, now this one's going to have you some problems, because he's about like me. My knees are a whole lot. I probably couldn't do it now.
I don't know if I could either.
But we call it the crater, because what's happened is at some point in time there's been a water drip that is just drip, and it's washed out all this. So it's like a bowl. And down in the bottom, you can climb back up it. They've got it like a fun slide. You can slide down it, get down into the bottom of it. Then they got footsteps back up. But it's like a perfect bowl. So the only way you get up around that is you climb up this side, get on this top, and you hold on to a rock ledge, and you climb with your knees around the rock ledge. You climb, you got your knees in mud, and you have to use your knees and your hands to hold on. I mean, if you slide down in there, you can climb up to the other side.
Yeah, but you didn't tell
I
me
mean,
that
it's
the first time.
Yeah, but I didn't tell him that. I made him climb his fat ass around to that rock ledge, and I was like, "Yeah, watch this." And then I slid down in there. He's like, "You mean we could have slid down in there and just walked up it?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You son
Oh
of a
my
bitch."
god.
You know
But
the
anyway.
asshole down there.
Yeah. Anyway, things you think of after the fact.
And that wasn't
he'd
the
be
worst
like,
on my poor old knees either. I'm telling you, that crawl out of there is miserable. It's absolutely
No,
miserable.
the crawl out there. I think my fat ass is too big to do that now.
I'm telling you, this thing
you
is
can go ahead.
it's probably 3.5 feet wide,
Oh hell no.
and you're flat on it.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, it's probably it's got to be
not
less.
that.
It's got to be less than that because
It's about 2 feet.
you're flat on your stomach against the rocks, flat as you can be, and the top of the ceiling is scraping your back, and you're having to shimmy 1 inch at a time. Because that's all you can move, like an army man crawl, but you can't even lift your ass to army man crawl. You're literally just sliding like a damn snake with the top scraping your back.
You can
Hell
army
no.
crawl. So it starts out when you're coming. One of the final rooms is they've dug a trench, and they might have finished digging the trench by now, but that's what they were doing. They were digging a trench. They were digging a trench through the mud, and whether they hit rock or not, they might have hit rock in there and couldn't go no farther. But they had a trench dug that was about 16 inches wide, and you had to stoop down and you walked down through this trench. Well, the trench went so far, and then you had to get up on top of it, and you got up on top of it, and that's when, and you have to army crawl for probably about 150 feet or so.
I don't know. It's
maybe 200 feet.
Yeah, it's every bit of 2 football
It's not
fields.
quite
I feel like
it's not a football field.
It felt like about 6 football fields. It's every time you try to put pressure on your knees to scoot like a dang snake, dude, it's just pure rock and no knee pads, no protection.
Oh man. Yeah, y'all don't bring nothing.
No, I've been through that. I've been through that.
It's horrible.
I've been through that cave in shorts and a cut off t-shirt.
Yeah.
I've been through that. I've been through that with.
I don't care.
I always take 2 flashlights.
It's still absolute pure misery, regardless.
And when I get in there, and I was like, okay, I was like, dude, I was like, yeah, I was like, you want to do the Mammoth Cave experience? I said, shut that fucking flashlight off. And he shuts that flashlight off, but there ain't the sound of other people breathing in there.
No, they're literally like
There ain't there.
probably 4
You hear
people in the whole
dripping, and he's
cave.
like, if even that. Sometimes we get down there, and the 2 guys that passed us was the only 2 guys in there.
It's
so
nobody
it was
for
just-
days.
Yeah, and we get in there, and
I was expecting not even that. Sometimes that guy goes and only half of him makes it out.
there's been guys that's
Man.
But yeah, so he made it through the dead man's crawl there.
Yeah, Dead Man's Crawl is
Hey, look
brutal.
what I found, an arm.
Dead Man's Crawl is brutal. We did
Just
see some
wave it
cool
around.
stuff down there. Like they got old abandoned, like damaged, broken equipment and stuff down in there. I don't. There was one little section that had an offshoot that had some stuff that people had collected from the cave and kind of put it in there. I don't know. I remember that.
Yeah, no, it's just that's shit that the river's washed in there is what that
Okay,
is.
I thought-
That's,
but it's still old, cool
not the
looking
river,
stuff.
but yeah. There was there was some older stuff in there, and I mean, you're talking about that. God damn, it's been freaking.
I would say 30 years ago. Yeah.
That's
We're
funny.
40
No,
we're 46, so it's going to be close to 30 years.
God almighty.
You're
Six-
shit, man. Yeah, we was
16,
driving
17.
17.
Yeah, 30,
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
30
that's
years
good.
ago, brother. I don't think I could make it through that shit again.
Damn, no, I'm fucking have a heart attack before I get down the damn mountain.
I could get into
I
it,
gotta take.
but I'd have to turn around
I
and
gotta
come
take
right
the
back
boat.
out the same way I went in. Ain't no way I could crawl out of that sucker again. Ain't no way in the world.
I might take the boys down there. Fuck yeah, I'll be taking more than a fucking 2 flashlights this time
You
though.
better take a camera. That way you can
No, we'll take a camera. Yo, let me know.
Hit Discord
We'll
record
hit it.
on there. Well, we're stuck. Send out.
There ain't no cell service down there, but I will take. I could get a GoPro together and take it.
I got
down
me
there.
a GoPro.
It is pretty awesome. That was our first. That was my first experience in this cave. Now this is a couple years later. I say we're probably at this point probably 19 or 20, maybe.
Yeah.
One of my other buddies that I grew up with, I've known him since we were like probably 6 or 7. I've actually known him longer than I've known Ashley. His name is Ricky. We're hanging around one weekend, and I was telling him the stories or something. He's like, "I want to go. I've never got to see anything." I was like, "All right, well, I'll try to set something up. See if Ashley. Well, Ashley,
I forgot about that.
Ashley and his brother, who he went with us that time. It was me and Ricky. I think that was it. Was there anybody else? I'm pretty sure that
I think it was just that. I think Jay was with us.
Yeah, that's what I said. You and your brother, and me and Ricky.
And you.
Yeah, so we go in there, and so we get to that first big room. Ricky's having a blast. It's the first time he's ever done anything like this. City boy his whole life. He's an athlete. Played ball his whole life. Never done anything like this ever. He's having a blast. Well, we get in the first big room. The first big opening room, like he was talking about with the water drum in the middle. It's one room with one opening that circles around to the top of that room. Remember he was talking about that? He took me up there the first time. That's it. It's one room, one way in, and then one pathway to the top of this cave. Like, hey, but it's got like a lot of different rocks and stuff in there, like boulders in the middle of this room. It's like, hey, we got the bright idea of turn our flashlights off and let's play hide and go seek in this room in the cave. And just feel our way through and try to find each other in the dark, see how cool it is. I don't know whose idea it was. I have no idea, but it sounded like a good idea at the time.
It sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Until
one of you disappears for 45 minutes. Literally, we're walking around this thing. I don't know. I don't even remember who was it. I don't remember, but you couldn't turn your flashlight on until you found somebody. Then you turned it on to say, hey, that lets everybody else know, hey, we found somebody. You turn it back off and you keep you two together. Whoever you find keeps trying to find the other person. All I know is there's 3 of us at this point in time for 40 minutes, every bit of 40 minutes looking for Ricky. He gone.
Mm-hmm.
He gone. We go back to the entrance so we came in, screaming, yelling, nothing. Go back to we go to the spot that he actually ended up in, screaming through that hole. Nothing. I mean, he ain't talking to us. He ain't nothing. There's nothing nowhere. So we're panicking at this point. We're in the middle of this room. Like, I don't know what the hell we're going to. We had talked about going to get the cops. We had talked about all this stuff because we were in sheer panic when all of a sudden we hear this faint through the fucking cave, and they're like, what in the fuck is that? We keep screaming for Ricky, nothing, and it's echoing. Echoing through the cave. It's like, he is so fucking far away. What the hell did he do?
He went deep.
He found this little offshoot in that room that I didn't know it was in there, and went through this motherfucker, and was probably, he didn't stop. That's the thing. He just kept walking.
He just kept going.
He didn't stop and come back towards the way back towards us. He just kept going. He would not stop.
Which was a good thing because the tunnel that he went down into is also, you got to know how to go because it dead ends so far down in there, and then he's got turned around, didn't know where he was at. But that same tunnel leads up, and it
another
comes
offshoot.
up to the big. He would have just walked off the edge of the.
Yeah, but that's where
he would have walked off the.
That's where we finally spotted his light at the top of the cookie cutter dome, or whatever the hell that place is called. You finally see his light start flashing up in the top of the dome. It's like, it's got to be him. How the hell did he get up there? Oh shit! And he's like, I know where he's. He's like, you guys stay here. Off. You guys stay here. Don't fucking move. I'm gonna go get him. And Ashley took off, and I'm just standing there with Jay, like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I ain't leaving this damn water barrel because he knows how to get back here.
So I went into the hole, and what it is when you get into the cavern. And if you know how to do it, you go in. It goes like into the side of the wall, and you walk down so far, and then you come back. You have to make a hard turn. The cavern continues to go on down, but you got to make that hard turn to come. And what we was seeing is he was down in that cavern, but every so often you would see a reflection of the light come out on the outside of the cave.
Oh my God.
But he was still probably 100. 100 foot or so back down into the, and I wanted to catch him when he got to that cut, because if he'd have walked up,
Yeah.
if he'd have walked
He'd
up
have just
and
fell
out,
straight
like,
off the dang.
he would have walked right off, because he was athletic, he was all, but he wasn't all the way there. I love Ricky to death, but he wasn't trained for that.
Oh
And
my
I finally got back in there, and I was like,
it's
hey,
just a
let's.
straight death drop.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you walk out and
It was-
you're walking out and you're
Probably-
looking out.
Like the wild
if you got-
coyote.
I'd say
floating in the air for a second.
every bit of
Yeah, pretty
25,
much.
30 foot drop. Every bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
God almighty.
It'd be like the wild
So,
I've never
coyote
been so
running off
panicked
the
in my
cliff.
life when he couldn't find his ass. It's like, why did you
Not-
why didn't you stop walking? Why did you come back the way you came? I didn't know which way I came.
Yep. Pretty much.
Fucking dumbass. Oh my god. Hey guys,
And he
guys.
and the way he couldn't see our lights, but we could see his when he was shining it. He was shining it up, trying to find his way out, but we could see it, and I seen it coming out of the top of that. And I was like, "Oh shit, I know where he's at. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Better
Stay
die.
right here."
So literally, that was it. They made it back to us, and we got the hell out of there. So we ain't even we ain't going the rest of the way through this. You done ruined it for us. We're out of this motherfucker, dude. I done had a heart attack. I was like, I done brought his city ass down here, and we done got him killed.
I thought we didn't we go all the way through at that time?
I don't know. I don't think we did. I don't think we did that time. I think we did the one other time. And I've only crawled through it twice, but I don't think it was that time.
Okay.
I think it was the next time we come. We didn't do nothing. We went straight through it.
Yeah, we went straight through it. We didn't fuck around.
because Ricky, we wasn't even attempting it with his ass again. He's like,
Nope.
follow us. You go all the way through it, and we ain't playing no more games. That was too scary.
If I turn around and I don't see your fucking light, I'm gonna hit you in the fucking head with a rock, drag your ass out of here. That's pretty much what I told him.
It was pretty scary,
Oh
dude.
my
I ain't gonna
God.
lie. It was pretty scary. Like I've done brung his ass down. I'm gonna have to go talk to his.
Yeah.
Somebody, his mama. She was a sweetheart. I was like, I'm gonna hate to be standing across from his mama and say we took him caving, and your boy's down there somewhere.
There's one here, and there's
Man,
actually
look, man, he just
there's
disappeared,
another
man.
one here in another area of the county. There's like 4, 5, 6 caves around here, but there's another one here, and I've been to it twice, and it's called the Vault Cave. So you just get in this guy's field, and you're walking through a field, through like a cow pasture. It's just and you get up here, and it's not even a cow pasture because you can't let the cows on it because it's a series. But you're walking through this cow pasture, and the reason they call it the vault is because you can't see it. You're walking through this cow
And
pasture,
just a hole.
and it's just all of a sudden there's a hole, and you got to crawl down into this hole, and it's under this whole big mountain system. And then you got one, I can't remember what they call it, one down there in Burr. But it's actually, I've been into it, and it got a little bit rough for my liking. We actually got into it, and we got so far, it's not really flowing water, but it is water, and I actually got into the water with the flashlights and stuff, and it gets so far, and the water keeps coming up and up and up, and I was like, I ain't all about holding my breath and trying to dive under because I don't know when the next air pocket's going to be.
Get that.
I was like, no,
Yeah,
no.
forget that.
But I actually did get about that deep in the water trying to see if it would open up anymore, but it wouldn't.
Yeah, we used to be crazy
Yeah.
adventurous when we were younger. We do all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff.
Yeah, your dad's definitely a something. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, hell, it's the
It was just a
Worst
normal
of all,
weekend for us. It's a pretty
Yeah, me and
normal-
Andrew's normal weekend is getting on fucking, I don't know, games and play something.
Man, we
No, I rode when I was little. I rode fucking BMX bikes, and
used to get
I
out.
was outside of.
You used to actually like getting out and touching grass. Now he just does good to
They
mow
got-
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They used to they got one down there. It's called the Blue Hole, and it's on the way to the ice cave. Did we
I think-
I stopped you by there.
I think so. Yeah.
Stopped you by there and showed it to you. So it's called the Blue Hole, and you walk back up into it. There's a parking spot there, and it's on private property, but you can walk back there and you can look at it. And you look down into this hole, and the water comes up out of a cave, and the water is blue. And they had a diver go down in there, and it was too deep for him to dive, and he was like a master diver. It was too deep for him to dive to get to where the water comes out. So he came back up, but you can get into this. It's got water coming out of that cave, and it comes up, and it creates a creek. And that same creek runs in and runs down and runs back into the other cave on the other side. It runs in, that same creek is the creek that runs into the ice cave where we go. Well, when you get into the water right there, nobody is ever down there. It's like, oh, man, I thought we could go down there and play in that water, man. It's hot, man. You get in that water and it's 50 degrees.
Yeah.
You will set up hypothermia in no time at all.
Yeah. That's why it's called the ice cave. That and the big icicles hang off in the
No.
wintertime.
Yeah, that's why that's called the
I
ice
know.
cave.
That shit's beautiful as hell, though.
It is. It's really cool, dude. The whole set, the whole place down there is beautiful. But would I be willing to go back in there and play around? No. Would I be willing to try to crawl it? What he says is 120 yards. What I say is probably 6 football field.
120 feet.
It feels like a 1,200 football
It's
field.
150. It's 150 feet, man.
And it feels like it. I swear to God, it feels like a like you're running a triathlon.
We could do stuff like that for this channel. Do like urban.
I don't know how we can get a
That ain't
I don't know how we
urban
can get a cartoon
exploring.
character down
Well,
here
that-
to do it.
Yeah, Nick gets his damn camera shot out his ass.
Printout of his cartoon character to take him with us.
Yeah.
Oh no, he got wet. His paper got wet. His ink is running.
Shit. Nick Milton.
Nah, if I go with you, I'm wearing a fucking face mask.
There you go.
Well, you can just be careful of the area you wear it in. You might want to not wear it too far out of the cave.
Yeah,
They don't like people in face masks down there.
that's something too. And here, if we got anybody in the chat watching this, but like I said, we're recording this a week in advance. So I would like to get to a spot where we can eventually, literally do a live one where we're all in the same room together. I think that would be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
It would be kind of cool. Bring my microphone, my mixer, and everything, and cameras, and set it up and do it like a real one in the same room with each
Meet
other.
halfway somewhere.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to do a live real one or something. I don't know about live, but I mean like with us all together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool to eventually get to something like that. Maybe season finale or something. We all actually get together.
And all three of us could show C4 drinks. I mean, look at my
Yeah.
C4 drink.
Oh, he got it.
I was wondering what
He got his
I didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt, but I
C4.
literally wondered what he was doing with a
So many
C4.
pushing buttons on there. Deep, 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 deep.
I was
Go
dude,
and drink if you want to sponsor.
I was hoping no one noticed me moving that in.
I seen you moving it down there and shit. I was like, I'm gonna wait till the story's over, but like,
C4. All right, you think?
no, we could meet at like some type of hotel or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something
I
like
kind of
that.
So,
want to do
like-
it in like a studio though, or something professional. So,
I don't know about all that,
I don't know about all that.
but
well, you can rent out a studio for about
I
$150.
just set it up in the fucking garage. I know, and you ain't gonna get no damn studio for $150. I don't know where your studios
an
are,
empty
but
room.
a studio.
No, I'm kidding.
get an empty
You're
room
gonna find an
somewhere.
abandoned house and do it in there.
I ain't trying to die.
Oh God, we.
I'm just trying to film
Are
it.
you
Make
gonna
sure you
run-
bring a generator. They can have no
You
plugs.
could, no, you're just gonna run into some fucking water. You're just
Yeah,
gonna get
hobo.
fucking shot.
This is our new
Stabbed.
friend. This is Hobo Jim. Oh, you gonna need crack? You make like heroin?
Hey man,
Oh, you see heroin around here? I need some heroin, man.
I need a meth, man.
And if you look behind him, he just has a bunch of needles sticking out of him.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
look,
Yeah.
look at some damn Family Guy
Forget that
episode.
shit.
We'll give you some if you where it can put you on camera. You come and tell you this is your life story.
All right. Did you think anything here?
I am particularly, but
All I got is, you know, you all talk about this urban explorer shit. We wasn't urban explorers. We just fucking was kids with a fucking
Nothing else to do.
agenda, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we took. I mean, like literally, we
I
had.
explored an abandoned house once when I was little. It actually was half furnished, but it was.
That's fun. So dad had just to give you an example of some of the stuff we used to do. You know, since we're talking about all this, like. Dad had a bike he hadn't rode in like 10 years or whatever. Tires dry rotted, fucking shit. Just fucking dilapidated. And it was one of the big bikes. It was like, you had like your 26 inch. This bitch was like a 32 inch. No, this was like a big ass bike. It was like a 29 or a 30 inch tire. It was for like, years ago, Dad would ride it to work from where we lived at. Well, Daniel comes over and we get all the bikes fixed up. And there's like 7 of us.
I think you get them
There's
fixed
like
up.
7 of us. I think we get them fixed up. We put Fix-A-Flat in that bike tire and it's like, yeah, it'll hold. And so my stepbrother,
Oh god.
it was me, Daniel, my stepbrother, my real brother,
It was a couple
a couple of my I think friends of
that was on
my
that strip. That road down
stepbrothers.
there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So there was like 7 or 8 of us. So we take off riding, and we're going.
It's like,
so
like a 6-mile bike ride, basically 5 miles.
yeah, well, that's what it was.
That's what it was
We was
supposed to
gonna
be.
ride. I'll tell you where we were riding to. I won't tell you the route we were taking, but I'll tell you we were riding to Indian Fort Theater is our moment of destination. And Indian Fort Theater was not too far. It was about 4 miles from the house. That's where we were going to ride to. And so there was like 7 of us in this
I got
crew.
some funny bike stories.
Not as funny as this one. I guarantee you that.
Probably not. No, probably not.
100%. So we fired up this tire, these bike tires, because Daniel's the only one that didn't have a bike, so we dragged this one out of the freaking weeds. And a can of Fix-A-Flat and a can of
D40 on the
WD-40
chain. Yeah.
the pedals are moving. So it's 100% good. So we take off and we're about a mile into our ride. And we're coming up across the bridge that crosses the creek. And Daniel is in the front, and my stepbrother is behind him, and I'm a couple of bike riders behind my stepbrother. And all of a sudden you hear a kaboom.
And everybody gets sprayed with with the
It was
Fix-A-Flat.
Fix-A-Flat, except for my stepbrother catches most of it in the face. And he has a BMX style bike, and he's riding down through there, and it blows up, hits him straight in the eyes, and blinds him. And he's coming up on this bridge that a creek runs under this bridge, and next thing I know, I just see my stepbrother right off the edge of the bridge.
Oh my God.
Face full
So
of
he
Fix-A-Flat.
falls. So Daniel's tire is flat. My brother's bike there's not much left that could officially total it out. There's not really a non-bent piece on it. And not to mention we're everyone covered in this. I mean, it looks like we've got tar plastered to our faces because there's Fix-A-Flat. So we get up. This was prior. I know what you're thinking. Well, we'll just call home. This was prior to the invention of a cell phone.
We didn't even have pagers back then.
pagers.
Nothing. We're in the middle of nowhere.
So there is a church right after said bridge. So everybody pushes said bikes or drags said bikes to the church. In the meantime, on the middle of our bike ride, you know, we don't have cell phones, so we can't view the latest weather forecast.
Oh my God.
So we knew we either had to ride half a mile up to the payphone at a little mom and pop grocery stand. They, you know, had, you know, pops and chips. Not really, it was just like a market.
Yeah.
So,
Like an old tent.
yeah, and nobody had a quarter. So imagine my father's surprise when he gets a collect call
From down the road.
Ashley.
Down the road.
And Dad accepts the charges. And he's like, I was like, Dad, we're in trouble. And he's like, what's happened and how many's dead?
Because that's how we roll.
Oh my God.
That's how we roll.
Yeah. I was like, no, nobody's dead, Dad, but we're in the middle. And this is a payphone. This is not a phone booth. Granted, there is some kind of tornadic system
Coming through.
we rode. Everybody else is safe under the big front porch of the church. Me and my one of my stepbrother's buddy rode up to Moore's Grocery, because you always go in two. That way somebody else can report the other one as lost, dead, or missing.
Yeah.
So we rode up to the grocery. I called Dad in like hurricane force winds, and he said, he said, you're there? And I was like, yeah. He said, where's the rest of them? And I said, they're down at the church. And he said, okay. So Dad gets in the truck.
It's a little two-seater
and he comes
Ranger.
up there.
A little two-seater Ford Ranger.
Two-seater Ford Ranger. Yeah. I forgot to mention. Two-seater Ford Ranger, and comes up there to more grocery. And he said, well, you're soaking wet. I was like, yeah, I know. I said, we got to get the rest of them, though. I said, well, there ain't room for all of us. He said, there ain't room for none of you. And he said, it's cloth interior. He said, put the bikes in the back. And he said, hop in. I was like, it's pouring the rain. And he said, you rode through it. He drives back down to the church, and there's all the rest of the 5 or 6 of them huddled up down there. And like, hey guys, so we have, we'll say 7 bikes, and we have 7 kids, ranging from age 15 to
I don't know how old Jay
12. Yeah, 15 to 12. We have 7.
piled on
7
top of the bikes in the back of this truck.
Yeah.
This little bitty Ford Ranger.
There is people. Dad is driving down Gavertown, and his idea is that we'll drive as fast as we possibly can without throwing a kid off.
Hanging on the bikes on the edge of the curves. Their legs dangling.
And he said, but we'll drive as fast as we can so they don't get so wet. And I mean, it is like we're holding on to, I mean, at one point in time, I was reaching up and trying to hold on to the side of the cab. And I've got some kind of bike, but I know it's not the best because it's not sturdy. It moves.
Yeah, everything in the
With
bed
me.
of the truck was shifting and sliding, and we went with it.
I mean, it was a short bed 2-seater Ford Ranger, and there were 7
In a fucking hurricane.
in a freaking hurricane coming back. I mean, you talk about exploring. Now it wasn't nothing.
God.
It wasn't. When we was kids, it wasn't nothing. We go down to a creek, we found holes that people still don't know about that we could put bodies in,
Yep.
and I'm sure
That's true.
that there's still holes out there that people
there's
don't
one
know
behind
about.
your granny's house that only I and Franklin that was just in here know about.
No, I don't know about it too.
Did you just dig up shit?
No,
No. That's where you put shit. Shit you don't want people to find.
Oh.
if you ever have it reach a situation where you need to dispose of anything, that's where it would go. Because ain't nobody. I'm telling you, I don't think anybody on this
No.
planet knows where this thing is. Me and Franklin, maybe. I know. I think
I know.
Why she stayed in here?
me and Franklin and Jacob. We found it when we was wade fishing in Silver Creek behind Mom's house that time. We found it. And it's a coyote.
It
It's some
ain't
kind of coyote little cave. It was at that point in time. It was about ankle, little over between ankle and knee deep in bones, like carcasses of animals that coyotes had drug them into this cave and ate them and shit. It's like, hell, man.
That's the same hole. That's the same hole I know. But
Yeah.
I think when I was down there, I wasn't with you, but me and you went down
I
there.
went and showed you where it's at. Yeah, after we found it. But yeah, it's about ankle or knee deep in deer bones and animal bones, random bones that these chicken bones. These coyotes got a hold of them and drug them in there and ate them. Yeah. You just say, hey man, a human body would blend right in with all these bones.
There's holes in these woods over here where I've explored all this, and there's woods down there next to where my mom lives, where we took you to I took Daniel to the cave and stuff. There's holes that people just don't get off the beaten path. Well, I'm one of the ones that gets off the beaten path. I don't give a fuck about no rattlesnake or copperhead. Well, I might now, but
Yeah, maybe not.
didn't back then. Maybe now, but I won't give a fuck if I need to get rid of something. There's shit that nobody would ever find. Ever. We're talking about like this missing person case would be like time could end before they found it.
Probably.
Jesus.
I got one.
And the shit that
I got one more crazy little story about Ashley's stepbrother. Still to this day, one of the coolest things I've ever witnessed in my entire life. And I can't physically say exactly what it was. I can only tell you the story and leave out what we were shooting at. But long story short, I think to this day, Ashley's stepbrother is probably the best shot that I've ever witnessed in person. The best shooter. Ashley's a good shot too. Let me say that straight off the bat. Ashley and his stepbrother, two of the best shooters. My lead guitarist in my last band, Tim, he was a good shot too. But I've never seen anybody pull off a shot like Brandon, your stepbrother, did off the back porch of y'all's double wide trailer on Scaffold Hill. In my
that
entire,
was a single wide.
whatever it was, single wide.
single wide.
I've never seen anybody pull off a shot in my entire life. So he had these little BB guns, the old school pump BB guns. You had to pump them to build it up. And we were just shooting in the backyard, tin cans, water bottles, or just anything, old pop cans. We just shooting, just.
And then a granny randomly walked by and we just popped her in the head.
No, we'd
Whatever.
line up on fence rows. We'd set them up and just have little shooting competitions. Like I said, it was always Ashley and his stepbrother, Brandon. It was always the top two shots. They were good. Jay was decent. I think Jay was almost as good as me, same as me, probably better than me. I'm a horrible shot, always have been. But anyway, we were out there clowning around, all this other stuff. We got tired of it, and they're sitting on the back porch talking. Everybody leaves. Everybody goes inside and use the bathroom, wash up or something. It's me and Brandon sitting out there. About this time, we're looking up, and there's these. I don't want to say what kind it is because I still think it's illegal, but regardless, there's these birds buzzing around way back in this field behind their house. I don't even know how far of a distance this is from the back porch to this field, because that's where I ripped my pants climbing over that barbed wire fence at the back of y'all's property that time. How much?
Well, we wasn't at the back porch. I tell you where we was actually at
The
was,
side?
and we was back there next to the back building where the greenhouse was, because they wouldn't let us shoot.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we'd already shot out one of the windows of the building shooting from the back porch.
Yeah. So how, off of your estimate, how much from where we were standing to the middle of that field?
The pellet rifle, you're probably looking at least.
Is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro.
It's probably with a pellet rifle. It was a pretty remarkable shot. I've topped it with a 22 by now, but with a pellet rifle, you're looking at about,
I don't know.
100 and 150 yards.
And this thing's up in the air.
At least a football.
This thing's up in the air. About this time, Ashley comes back. He said, "What are y'all doing?" And Brandon's just sitting there pumping this thing. He just keeps pumping it, pumping. And he's like, "You think I could hit it? You think I could hit it?" And I'm like, "There ain't no fucking way. That thing's moving, number one, and it's fucking 150 yards away, whatever the hell Ashley said. I mean, it's way up, and it's way up in the sky too." He said, "I think I can do it. I think I can do it." And it's like, there ain't no way. This motherfucker goes and just follow. He keeps following it, and I'm like, it gets to the point where I'm like, dude, are you ever gonna shoot? And he's just like, and we stand there, and we stand there, and we stand there, and all of a sudden that bird goes, it's soaring. It goes. I'm like, he hit that motherfucker. Dude, it exploded. Like it was a trick shot from them, those famous YouTubers that do the basketball shot. It was something
Yeah.
of that magnitude. I'm telling you, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I was like, there is no fucking way he hit that thing. I'm telling you, dude. Never in my life could I ever seen a shot like that in person. And the fact that it took so long from the shot to the actual reaction, that shows the distance, because I felt like it was like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, and that bird finally dipped, and I'm like, God, that's a long ass shot for a pellet gun, bro. He hit that thing and we
Yeah.
exploded. I was like, there is no way.
No animals was harmed in the making of this film.
Oh, it's the greatest shot. The greatest shot I've ever witnessed in person. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Well, I'll tell you, I wish Granny and Papa had been around so I could tell them. So Granny used to take a 22, and I've got my own personal 22 rifle in here, and I've never stopped. I've not shot my guns except for a couple times since I've had the boys, because I don't want them to know where I keep them and stuff like that. But we was down here at Glenn's, my neighbor's, and he's got a big field that leads up to a creek bank, and he knows I shoot and stuff like that, and I'm constantly shooting with a 22. I'll pick rabbits out of the backyard back here and stuff like that, because they tear up my garden, get under my buildings and all that. So I pick them off from the back deck. I've got like 6 out here right now, and I can't bring myself to go out there and shoot them because I don't want. Because every time the boys come in, they're like, "Oh, look, a bunny!" I'm like, I need to assassinate that bitch. But
And the rabbit meat's good too.
But yeah. Oh, bunny, how's it taste? But anyways, so I'll get him. I'll probably get him this fall. But anyway, so I'm down here at Glenn's, and we're shooting. He knows I shoot, and he's like, man, you're a pretty crack shot with that 22. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm all right. I said, my granny was pretty good with it, and I just can handle a 22 real well. I said, I probably couldn't hit shit with a 12 gauge, but I can do. When I would go squirrel hunting with my mom's dad, my grandpa, I would take a 22 squirrel hunting, because he would always take a shotgun, and he's like, you'll never hit nothing. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to pick out a bunch of BBs from, squirrel hunting. So I'd shoot him in the head with the 22. And I'd always come back with 5 or 6 squirrels on my pen, and he'd have like 2 or 3, But anyway, so we're down here in this field that backs up to the creek, and he said, how good a shot you think you are? And I said, I'm all right. I said, I ain't kind of brag or nothing like that. And he had a shotgun shell there. And he took that shotgun shell, and he said, I'm going to put this on a fence post over here. And he said, I think you could hit it if you tried. And I was like, I just run open sights. I ain't no big fancy sniper. Ain't no shit like that on my 22. I run open sights.
Yeah, just Ironside it.
Yeah. And mine's not one of the ones you have to cock. Mine's not a single shot. You pull the trigger, it's semi-auto. Well, I got one. I got a bolt action in there, and it actually shoots a little bit better than my semi-auto. But I had the semi-auto with me, and it had 10-round clip. And he said, I think you can hit it. And so he set it up, and it was probably about the same distance as that bird was, but it was a shotgun shell.
Yeah.
So we was probably about 150 yards away from it. And he sets it up there. And when he sets it up there and he gets back, and he said, I think you can get it. I was like, I probably can. And So I pull the trigger, and the shotgun shell goes bloop and flips up in the air. And it's flipping up in the air. And without even thinking about it again, I just keep my train on it, and I hit it. And I hit it twice.
Damn.
Fucking badass.
I shot that shotgun
John
shell when
Wick
it was
over here,
flipping.
I'm
guys.
telling
Better
you.
watch the hell
I'm
out.
telling you, dude. Like I said, I haven't been around a lot of guns and stuff like that, but I've never seen anybody in person pull off shots like they used to do back when we were kids. I know for a fact they're both of them. Him and his brother, stepbrother, both were fucking fantastic with them guns.
I mean, now if it comes to a sniper rifle, like on a video game, I mean, I'm pretty good at the sniper, but that's a video game too. You know, there's a lot of
Variables.
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I mean, now I did. I mean, I have shot. You know, Uncle's buddy. He's got a big. I've shot the big Barrett 50 caliber, the kind of gun they got on RoboCop.
Oh yeah, the bear.
Huh.
Yeah.
A Barrett 50
Started-
caliber.
State of the art, bang bang.
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
state of the art's ass.
Yeah,
my
big
uncle's
ass
friend,
cannon.
my uncle's friend holds it up and shoots it like this, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
They put me on a tarp, and as big as I am, they said, because you've never shot it before, they put me on a tarp and put it right here against my shoulder, and I've got to keep it way out because the sight's like right here. And I mean, I shot
Like shoulder
the
came
tarp.
off.
Huh? No,
like your
no, but every time I would shoot it, by the time it was, my feet had slid off
The
the
back of
back of the tarp, and but I shot it like
the
five
damn thing's built to go through engine blocks of tanks.
and it will. Like
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
where that field is, where they go shoot at, they've got a big berm, and the task about it is when they first get there, because it's off of like where the rains come and stuff, you have to go up there, and we have to pick up all the rocks that are like this big or bigger, because what happens is where you're shooting that gun into that, it can actually hit that rock, and the ricochet from it can come back to you.
Crazy.
Yes, it is. And I mean,
Yeah,
you're talking about it.
50
You're talking about it.
BMGs, but-
You're talking about a round that just
That
the
big.
bullet part
Yeah.
is that. But now I
I
shot
have a
it.
50 BMG round somewhere in here. My buddy gave it to me.
I shot it,
It's
and
huge, just like this damn long.
yeah, I shot it, and they were actually kind of amazed, because I was like, the targets they had set up on the back of hay bales, and you could see every time you'd hit it, it was on like a round bale, and every time you'd hit it, you'd see a big puff of hay go
The
out the
backside,
backside
yeah.
of it.
It'd blow clear through.
So, but the targets that they had set up, we set up 4 targets on it, and I shot it like 4 times, and I was within you've got like on those targets, you had the black center with 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
And every time I wasn't dead bullseye, but I was in the black on every target, and never had shot a gun that powerful before.
Dude, some people are strong enough to hold it up, standing up.
Yeah, that's what he done. He would put it on a
Unload that
picnic.
damn thing.
He would put it on a picnic. He would put it on a picnic table. But now he was also a trained military sniper. He's had that gun for years. I mean, it's
I
like a
seen one guy
$15,000 gun. Yeah, pick it up and just.
Yeah,
But
like,
that's
damn,
not-
man.
Not ideal.
That's not how you accurate.
Yeah, it's not accurate or ideal.
Yeah.
That's
No.
that's Arnold Schwarzenegger movie shit.
He had an LMG out there that was, you know, we all talk about it on the division, but they had an LMG out there that was like, you could shred stuff with it, man. I mean, but like he'd be standing there holding it, and he'd just be like, bap, 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 shooting all these little short targets and stuff.
Yeah, man,
And I got a hold
them
of
damn
it.
things to unload 300 rounds in a second.
And I said, I'm gonna have to shoot it a couple times. And the first time I shot it, it was like, and I jerked with it, and I was like, okay, I gotta kind of know. But I followed his exact pattern after I shot it a couple times and got used to the kick on it.
Recoil.
Yeah, the recoil. After I got used to that kick, man, I burnt that some bitch up. I shot
I can't even hit a cigarette pack from 3.5 feet with a fucking 9mm. That's the truth.
Look, I watch
That's
you.
the last time I
Damn,
shot
I
a gun.
missed.
Last time I shot a gun, my lead guitarist 9mm. He just had an empty cigarette pack, threw it out in his yard. He said, "Surely you can hit that." And I missed it like this far. I'm like, "No, take this thing away
Oh
from
my
me.
God.
It's embarrassing. Take this thing away from me."
Last time I went shooting, man.
3 foot, couldn't even hit it.
Yeah, that's a
Dude,
skill
I got the-
issue.
Yeah,
I gotta shoot
100%.
my dream pistol, man. Last time I
So,
went.
I'd just
The
soon throw the gun
9mm
at you and
Smith
probably
&
have a better
Wesson,
chance.
1911.
So like for targeting, and I'm decent with it, but my brother's got a 380 and he had put one of these little cheesy laser scopes on the bottom of it. It's got the little laser dot. And I got one on mine too, but he seen mine, he wanted mine. He's like, "Man, he's like, I put the dot there," and I'm like, he's like, "I can't get it calibrated." And I was like, "Well, what are you calibrating off of?" And he said, "Well, I got I said, "Here, let me see it." And he's got a little Allen wrench that you calibrate that little laser with. And he said, "Well, you gotta put it in a vise and, line up the size. And you ain't gotta do all that." And I aimed right down the barrel and I pulled the trigger. And I knew where that bullet was going to go. And then I reached up and I turned that laser on and I twisted that laser and I put that laser back on that hole and I pulled the trigger again. And it went right through the same hole.
Hey,
Uh,
we got a freaking
Goodness.
dead shot over here, or John Wick 1.
I'm
Yeah.
not. There's guys out there that are better shots than me. But now you're talking about close range. I mean, 150 yards ain't too bad, but
I mean, you're talking about, that's with a 22, there ain't hardly no kick. It's a pretty fast round, so, it's not a. I'm pretty good at shooting. Now, it'd be different than going out. I mean, the first deer the first deer I unalived was with a 22.
I'd have
In
to
one
choke a
eye,
deer to
out the
death
other.
before I could shoot it. I'd have to fat ass catch it
The
and then choke
only
it to
de-
death
only
before I could
deer.
ever hit it with a bullet.
Oh my god.
Come back there, you fucking deer! I have a better chance of doing that than the fucking hitting a shot.
The little Floyd, no, shit. Well, his name's Floyd Collins. Is
Uh-huh.
Kentucky in a sand cave, Kentucky.
Sand cave,
Yeah.
sand gap, or sand cave?
That's what it says. It says sand cave. Yeah, he freaking went under there and he was an American explorer who became trapped and then eventually died in Mammoth Cave National Park.
Okay, Mammoth Cave.
Yeah. Sparked wide media attention.
Yeah, caving's definitely dangerous, especially if you go in with nothing but flashlights.
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit! And try to play hide and go seek like dumbasses. Ugh.
And I've seen some eerie freaking that shit give me the heebie jeebies. Like you see them videos of people going in there and like they're like this damn big, man. I'm like, man, what why?
Like,
How you find that
well,
fun?
crawling through it, hell, it's fun like that till you actually
Like-
start physically doing it and you realize
Uh-oh.
how bad it sucks.
I can't move.
Yeah, dude. Like, I've never been so scared in my life. Thinking it's the only time I feel like I've ever felt real claustrophobia is that moment. I don't think I've ever felt it since.
Couldn't do it, dude. Couldn't-
Listen,
I
listen.
couldn't.
There's a good way to deal with being stuck in a cave like that. You just gotta wiggle back and forth, wiggle back
Wiggle,
and
wiggle,
forth.
wiggle, 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 wiggle. That's
Move like a
basically
worm.
basically what you're doing to get out. It's crazy.
There's this nutty putty cave in Utah where an explorer
Yeah,
John
you got
Jones
John
became trapped
Jones.
upside down for over 27 hours.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh, that
he's still
sucks.
there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Is he still there?
Yeah, they just
He is still
they just
there.
left him entombed in the mountain. That's what I heard.
And they sealed all entrances up with concrete. with
Yeah, a
concrete and mortar.
26-year-old man squeezed into a tight downward slope tunnel known as the birth canal, got wedged upside down at an angle. A a massive rescue effort recovery team could not pull him free due to the extreme narrow constraints of the rock. Ooh, damn.
And you know,
That's a long
you
time.
know what the thing
in
is
that
about
bro.
about caves and stuff like that. His body will be preserved down there for a while. It'll take a long, long time for him to decompose and stuff like that. Yeah, it's
No.
basically like a meat cellar, man. You can keep meat in there.
But it's still 52 degrees. It's still, you're going to have, contrary to what most people think, you still have bugs and organisms that are in that
That's
cave that can eat. Yeah, so it's kind of, I mean, you still decay even if you're put 6 feet in the ground. 6 feet underground, you're looking at a temperature of about 50 or 54 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 feet underground.
Yeah.
So you still decay in there. In a cave, yeah, it's more drier, less humid air than what you. It will be longer. It will be longer than if you're just laying on top of the ground. But you still have bugs and organisms in there that will break down stuff.
Right.
I got one more about this cave thing. There's a guy, Hermit Cave. It squeezed into 150 feet deep, tight passage and became fully wedged. But he didn't only just die. He died because he was lacking breathable oxygen where it was so pressurized.
Mm.
All right, man, why you not turn around once you feel that shit?
Because
Well,
people are
because-
dumbasses. They don't have a brain.
Well, sometimes maybe he had a gauge or something with him, and his gauge malfunctioned, and he thought he was safer than what he was. Or, I mean, there's millions of reasons.
I don't know.
Well,
Are we
basically,
talking
he
about the
went,
same?
he went down so far he ended up crushing himself.
Yeah. Well,
Basically.
well, plus too, man, it's like the
Jesus Christ.
pressure and stuff like that could it could have disoriented him too. He might not have known which way was the right way to go or anything really. It could have been a lot of different things, or it could have just been like get down so deep or whatever. It could have been instantaneous, like a bubble or something in his blood or something. It could have went straight to his heart or straight to his brain or whatever. He could have just fell over.
Yeah, I just wanted to do, while y'all was doing y'all's cave story, I just want to do quick little summaries of the Sherman Cave stories.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
mostly
now,
popular.
on
We are
that
a
one,
disturbing
because
channel.
I remember hearing about that one. That one was, I probably, it says I'm looking at it now, it says it happened in 1999. I thought it was,
1999. Yeah.
but now it was positional asphyxiation, suffocation. It wasn't because he run out of, it wasn't because he run out of air. It was poor air quality. So it means the air quality wasn't, but it was, he died of asphyxiation because he got wedged in a tight place. So it's kind of
Crushing
like,
him.
it's kind of like a crush injury. Had he had not been, I don't think even if the air quality was 100%, would he have lived through that.
Right.
But yeah, that
Oh,
was
man.
one of them.
Graw's Cave in England. Archaeologists discovered revealing that a cave system was used roughly 9,000 years ago, not only for shelter, but as a site for systematic human cannibalism. Evidence showed gnawed on and butchered human bones.
Tastes like chicken.
Ooh, them damn cavemen were really cavemen. Man, come
They
here.
didn't even-
You don't need your.
They didn't even have no barbecue sauce or honey mustard or nothing.
Some bitches got hungry. They just ate each other.
Oh my gosh.
I would never go extreme cave diving, bro. Hell no.
Dude, it's fun. Like I said,
I would never do any of that at all. Fuck that shit.
it's fun. I ain't gonna say that it ain't. But could I do it now? I don't honestly I don't think so. But would I attempt it to a certain point? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would go back to that one down there. I definitely am not even remotely attempting to crawl out of there again. There ain't no way. No way. And I would go up to that point and then turn around and come back out the same way I went. I would do that again. I wouldn't have no problem with that. There ain't nothing that's really bad up to that point. It's pretty open. But ain't no way I'm crawling out there again. I did that once or twice my whole life, and I ain't doing that again. It's misery. It's straight misery. And that's a spot in Mammoth Cave too. There's a really cool spot in Mammoth Cave. I don't know if you ever been. When I was a kid, we went twice Mammoth Cave, but there's an actual spot in there, and that's called Fat Man's Misery. And it's 2 boulders in the middle of Mammoth Cave, and there's you squeeze through between these 2 boulders.
Just shimmy.
Yeah, and that as a kid, man, I'm little as a kid, you know, and you're squeezing through these things like, oh God. I mean, it gets pretty tight, but I mean, it's just like a little pathway between these 2 boulders. It's collapsed and fell, and you got to squeeze your way through it. Even that, standing up and walking through it is like, I don't remember feeling claustrophobic. It sucked. It's like, man, it's tight squeeze, but it ain't nothing like crawling on your belly with the rocks scraping your back, almost ripping your clothes. Like, that was scary, bro. And that's the first time I ever remember feeling claustrophobic. Like I said,
Couldn't do it.
yeah, it was pretty tough. And I did it twice.
I feel like I'm about to get crushed. Healed.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. And
My luck, I'd get.
and the
stuck
whole
here,
time
and
in the
I'm
back
not- I
of
don't
your, in
wanna
the
die
back
like
of your
that.
mind, you're just thinking, man, if there's an earthquake right now, I'm a sandwich. I'll be flattered. Is that some fate happened and an earthquake or something hit right when I'm in here? It's
Catch it.
over.
Help!
Yeah, ain't no catching a mountain, bro.
Yeah.
There's no help coming out of your mouth. You're gonna like splat.
Yep.
You're just gonna splat down.
Oh man, I wonder.
Yeah.
You just come back as you're a ghost. You're just like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Yeah, yo.
Andrew, do you have anything to say about previous episodes? Anything you want to, state? What do you think you missed when you wanted to talk about these subjects, or what?
I don't know. I don't think I do. I mean, there was little nitpicks here and there in a couple episodes, but like
Okay,
the
well,
Guns N' Roses one where "Don't
Mhm.
Cry" and like November Rain and "It Is Strange" is all a trilogy song.
Like a trilogy
Uh-huh.
You
story
have to listen to.
and a story.
Yeah, it's like a story. Yeah,
Mhm.
because like if you like they use all the same melodies, and yeah, it tells a story behind it. It's pretty cool.
I never did go in
forgot
and
to
listen.
mention that in the music episode.
Yeah, I said it in the or you said it in the comments, and I forgot about it. Never did go back and listen to it, but I'm definitely going. I like to do that. Did you ever state your anybody's opinion, the aliens versus demons and angels concept? Did you ever say that? Because I stood firmly on mine. I don't remember anybody saying their opinions other than me on. You said, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that, but I don't remember anybody ever saying their final opinions other than me on
demons.
that. Yeah, whether it be like real aliens, angels, or demons, or whatever.
I would hope it's real aliens, but I don't know.
If it's
I
if
still
it's
ain't
fucking
decided
demons,
yet.
well, guess what? I'll bring my fucking cross with me.
Right.
Power of Christ.
Well, I mean, they say it works. That's
Holy water.
That's what they say. According to
Yeah.
the thing, they say that.
I'll either bring the holy water, or I'll bring a jug of piss and just throw it at him. I'm gonna call it Girardi. I guess I'll start things off by talking about ideas of what we could do in the future. So
Right.
obviously, like before, we probably gonna do more shorts and maybe do continue doing shorts or half past midnights
Mhm.
around.
I would like to
after this
start
season.
picking up on the half past midnight.
Yeah, like every time everyone we all join a VC
I
at
think
night or
I think
whatever.
We need a more
talk about some
catchier
things.
grab of a thumbnail for those though.
I just didn't want to
Like,
do.
maybe-
I didn't want to do thumbnails like the podcast, because if they
Yeah,
look
no,
like
no.
that, then you can't.
Yeah,
Right,
Right.
right. No, to make them different. Yeah, 100%.
kind of
Wait for,
okay.
like,
Kind of make it
subject
like
story
clickbaity at the same. You need to make it like clickbaity. I don't know, maybe obviously not something like GoneRogue whipped out his penis, but like,
Unless you're gonna do it.
but like,
A
just
dollar's
like
a dollar.
make it like they like ooh this was interesting. I want to click it. I want to
Yeah.
watch. And so like we gotta work on that. We gotta probably do higher production. We've been using what copyright free music.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
I like I said, I stand firmly on 2 feet. I cannot stand putting that music in these episodes. I cannot stand it. It irks me with every. I cannot watch podcasts with
Well,
music in the background.
the background music's for fillers when there's a little bit of silence,
We
but
yeah, we got full.
you edit them so good.
we got-
You edit them to the point to where we're talking every second. So it,
I don't know. I just don't.
I think the idea here is Lane. I want Lane to come up with a 20 second kind of a background
Yeah, he
beat
can make
type
some sick
music that
beats, man.
repeats.
like
It
music.
just repeats and
Yeah.
it just sounds natural every time it repeats. So it'd be like less of a struggle.
well,
Right.
I mean, you could probably use like a snippet of your band, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I could definitely use that stuff.
So like
I don't know.
outside of background music and all that stuff, ideally, obviously, since Lane is doing the full video editing, because let's be honest, I don't think anyone wants to trust Andrew when he takes like 50 years to edit one video.
Listen, I'm sorry.
We would still
I
be
come
on
in
episode 3 if Andrew was doing all the editing.
here,
if we're
that,
lucky.
that would suck.
If we're lucky.
Dude, it's 12-hour shift, and I come home and I just want to play like level up on my games and
That's
stuff.
what I said at
and
the
I
beginning of
forget
this.
to edit.
That's what I said at the beginning of this. Is I know you guys
But,
want
like-
to play more games and stuff like that, so I don't have a problem doing the longer doing
But
the
like I
video
will,
stuff
I will start putting in. I mean,
on the shorts or something.
Andrew,
Andrew,
like the
Andrew, I got
descriptions and
this. I
shit,
got something
but-
for you. Andrew, I got something for you. Lock
posts.
in.
Yeah.
It's simple.
I
So,
mean,
like,
yeah,
So because of it's mostly going to be me and Andrew handling shorts.
researching.
Preferably Andrew, since I'm studying, and I need to study for a big test. And this is a 1,000-page book.
He got
Maybe
his-
over
He
1,000
got his
actually.
HIV test
So it's kind of
coming out.
ass.
You gotta ace that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Oh shit.
Shit. Oh, that's funny.
I'll just
okay.
do the files.
Quit messing
Ideally
with
as
them
well.
whores, man. Quit messing with them whores.
I can work
I-
on some half past midnights.
Ideally as well, we could also, maybe go further and improve production a bit. I don't know what to do with that, to be honest.
Like I
We could
said,
say like,
I think for me the ultimate goal is to just get better at what we're doing already. But I think, like I said, I truly feel like maybe not. I would love to do it as a finale next season, like where we're doing 12 episodes, or we can make those bigger, make season 2 like 20 episodes, whatever it is. We can slowly, gradually get bigger, and we get to a pattern to where we're not stopping. That's an ultimate
Right.
goal. Get to a pattern where we're going to upload 2 times a month, or as far as full episodes go, or I don't know that we could keep the pace up to doing them every single week, but is it possible? Absolutely. Is that a dream? Absolutely. We could still keep doing it, but I'd like to get to the point to where we
I
get,
like how we are growing, though.
Yeah.
I do like
where we can get to
another thing to point out is we talk about like Andrew wants to upload like more half past midnights,
yeah.
and
Well,
ideally,
I
I
say
feel
that-
like every night if we get on VC, because obviously Lane is not going to be on every night on VC,
Right.
but like
right. We only
ideally,
get Friday night, and Saturday
me-
night.
but every midnight me and Andrew gets on VC, we talk whatever the fuck we doing.
Yeah.
And we might bring up some
We do
crazy
some
fucking
business
topics.
plans.
Yeah, we might bring up some crazy fucking topics, and I think it'd be an interesting idea if Andrew just secretly records and we just and everyone
Yeah.
everyone who doesn't know, we just talk about crazy fucking shit. Because dead ass, at times we talk about some crazy fucking shit, like
Right.
serious crazy shit. It's like kind of
Oh, yeah,
crazy
yeah.
that we don't ever record us discussing about the stupid shit that's currently happening or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Because
I
I
mean,
feel
that's
like
a
that
good
would be
idea.
good
It's like-
episodes for a podcast too.
Yeah.
And that way, Andrew could be editing those, right? Because he
Yeah.
has the footage. Because he'll probably be recording. Because if I try to record,
Well, also-
I'll probably fuck up.
We can also start doing like not solely based, but like a little bit of solo stuff for when we all can't get on.
Yeah.
Like if you come across like a crazy story, just like a little like 5-10 minute video
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah. That's something too. You like maybe change the half past midnights, or every once in a while throw in like a half past midnight as instead of a recap of the of older episodes, a teaser for a future episode.
Right.
You know, something like that. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna
could do
you want
that
to talk
too,
about a story on the main podcast, you can do a half past midnight, a little teaser for it. You know, like set the story up. Like he was doing that in the shorts.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
He was doing that a little bit in the shorts, like starting telling the story and then cutting it off and watch the rest of the episode. But I don't. So that's
to be
kind of
fair,
stealing that idea a little bit. But
yeah. To
I
be
like,
fair,
I like
those
Nick's
were
narration on
called.
those two, by the way.
I called those
Sounds very professional.
midnight flashbacks or something similar.
yeah,
I don't like the half past midnight stuff. Yeah, we could definitely turn that into fucking
Or
fucking
do
those-
those
that
do
flashback.
those as solo. That way we can look back on those too and be like, oh, I teased this story and this little solo thing that we posted. We need to put that. We need to talk about that in a newer in a new episode.
the best upload schedule for that would be maybe every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
So it'd be like it's the
Because
typical upload schedule for like YouTubers nowadays.
Like, I
Yeah.
ain't saying. I don't want to say that because that's downgrading us. But the bigger YouTubers, if you go and listen to like how they made it, they were uploading like 3 videos a week at max.
Yeah, but
probably. And, like,
that's not how it works anymore. I don't think that works anymore
I don't know
you're
how-
just
I mean,
you're
You gotta
overloading.
catch. You gotta get. Number one, you gotta catch the attention of the algorithm. So I mean, we gotta talk about something pretty popular, or currently trendy, kinda. Like if we did this back then, we could have been talking about the fucking Chinese balloon, fucking spying on the fucking U.S. But no, instead, we waited, and now we're talking about Man in Black.
the alien drones in New
Probably
Jersey
40 years
that
late.
happened a while ago.
Right.
Oh yeah, did you bring it up in the Aliens episode?
I don't know if I did or not.
I don't know.
Well, see that can be like a little short, like 5-minute talk about this camera, you, and like maybe a little like animation or like pictures or whatever in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about. I was talking about doing the outro to this episode. I was like, man, now that we're talking about it, that might make a good little solo thing that you're talking about.
And
So
Yeah,
I think another
just have
thing
like a
too, we need.
B-roll shot. Or
I feel
something.
like we should like make a little
That's
community
the
tab
problem.
and like start making polls and asking people like what should we discuss about, and we just give them a list of what to select. You
Yeah.
can make community polls and all that shit.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be cool.
Get the community more involved.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only
That way
problem with that is
it hires engagement.
the only problem with that is I love the idea, but that gives us
That's why
that
I
gives
started
us
making
less
the
time.
community posts.
It also gives us less time to prepare, though. If we're doing, say, we're doing that post on a Monday or something, and then we close the poll on Wednesday. Well, now we only got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to prepare for what they've
You
chosen.
don't have to do it like that.
Right.
You just do
Pick
the
topics that
next
we
few
already were ready to
episodes.
talk about.
My idea, like you make the poll
Yeah.
and say, like for example, we're at episode 1, and we just posted that. Then you start asking about episode 3, because we're only going to pick episode 2, and
Right.
make a poll for episode 3. So that way, we can,
We have a week in there, yeah. Do our
Yeah.
research and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
I need a
it'll
drink.
work.
That's
It'll
so.
work.
That's why I started making those community posts for the premieres. I don't know if you've seen them in here or any one of y'all have.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
when
been
we
seeing them.
started
I
the
thought it was
premiere
Lane that
stuff
was
for
making
the
them.
time glitches. No, I've been writing them out since the time glitches one, and they've been doing pretty good. Like a couple of them got like 3, 4, maybe 5 likes on a couple of them.
I'll
together.
point this out though about the solo stuff of what we could upload, and if everyone's not on or some shit, which I
Just looking
wouldn't
at
know.
this page, bro, just makes
I
me so
wouldn't know what
happy.
we would upload
proud. I don't know.
for that circumstance. Because if I'm by myself, chances are I'm just gonna play video games. Like,
Right. Right.
unless
I think that's both. of
war
y'all.
games.
I think
Well,
that's
that can
both
be
of
your
y'all.
B-roll shot. That could be B-roll
Yeah,
shot.
that's true too. Because that's what I was
yeah,
getting ready.
true.
That's
Explaining a
what I was
story.
getting ready to say.
Wait.
Is Oh, because you had talked about using B-roll, and I'm like, the problem is coming up with usable B-roll that fits your story, but it doesn't always have to fit the story. It just has to be something on the screen.
And then, like, when you hit your
So what?
major talking points, pop like a photo up or something of it, or like a video,
Yeah,
or you know.
So for instance,
Yeah.
I could go on Gmod, pick a scary map, or fucking, I don't know, Left 4 Dead, fucking Slenderman, the 8 pages.
Yeah, to fit the story.
Yeah, I can probably get that footage.
Just
and we-
use
you
that
just-
like I used the motion backgrounds and put yourself in center over top of it or something.
Yeah,
Instead of actually using
Yeah,
that
but just like-
they're just having just the footage of a video game.
have your little character in the middle of the screen.
Yeah,
Like you're talking
yeah,
to
like
the camera.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
just have it playing in the background.
Yeah, like I've been doing with our motion backgrounds.
Yeah, with the motion backgrounds. Yeah.
and we could like just upload footage to like, well, we could just kind of play fucking
Yeah.
horror games, fucking
Well, I mean,
commentate,
that
check
way
it
it's,
out.
it's usable footage because it's your footage that you're recording, so it's not like it's going to get copyrighted or used or whatever. That's why I had to start creating our own motion backgrounds where it's vibrating off our voices and stuff like that instead
So we
of
don't run into problems.
yeah
with
using other stuff or whatever as a background. It'd be stuff that you created, gameplay or anything really.
This little man's been vibrating too much. It's kind of concerning.
Yeah, I think for future ideas, like I said, the big one that I got is I eventually one of these days, and it may just be one episode, but I really, really want to figure out a way
all
where
together.
we can get into the same room. The same
Understand.
room. I mean, I
I'd
got
enjoy
where I
that.
did all them
I think
short.
I think we'd have a lot of fun.
Where I did
too.
short films. I could set up, a hard camera, or I could set up individual cameras. I don't only have a handful, but we'd have to figure that out.
Dude,
But
I
we'd
got
come into-
something funny.
I'd love
I
to
got
do
something
We
it.
really
got
funny.
iPhones and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use phones for that. As long as I can get the footage, I can cut them
I
all
got
together.
something.
And hell, the iPhones now are running
Listen,
full length
I-
movies.
But yeah,
Listen,
I'd love to
I
get
got
to the
something
point
really
where we at
fucking
least
funny.
do one episode a season somehow that we're all together somehow. Plus, it'd be cool.
The
to
only
hang
way
out.
you're gonna
make
get
up
me
if
there
you'd be willing
is if
to
you
go.
just steal if you grab my PNG tuber and just
So we're gonna have to do.
hold
a
on. I'll
print
show
out-
you.
a piece
I'll
of paper
show
and
you.
set it in a chair.
No. I'll just
Print
record.
it out
I'll
and put it over
record.
his face.
I'll be. You guys have a call and I'll be like in VC with you guys or whatever the fuck. And when I talk, since I'll be recording my side, I'll just have fucking. Hold on. Let me find this.
Oh god.
I'll just have a green screen, and you can just edit that out and just have me a part of the environment.
Yeah.
No, I'll
Okay.
come pick you up. You ain't that far away.
Fuck that. I ain't going anywhere.
You can't get him out of the house. Fine. Well, we'll do it from your front porch then.
Come on, man. We making business plays over here, son.
Dude, I just don't.
Shoot.
There's
Well,
no
so
flex.
I'll show up at Pika's house like it or not, motherfucker, we filming.
People take planes.
Next thing we know, be like,
2-day trip.
film
on-
this, fucker. Oh god.
And unlike you, I probably won't miss.
You'd be a better shot than me.
I mean, people fly like 2-day trips around just to do a podcast for some people.
Oh man.
Dude,
Definitely
it's
possible.
just that. It's just
Nick
that. I
only lives
just
like
don't.
20 minutes away.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
that's,
don't like fucking.
that's
being in
another
front of the
possible. That's
camera.
another possible thing for future ideas and stuff. Goals to work towards, whether we accomplish them or not, or just general ideas. Is
Yo,
bringing
listen,
on a guest, like somebody who's got a story to tell, and then we kind of do an interview segment
That'd be cool.
with them. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in the Discord, they could just do that.
Jesus
They,
Christ.
they got a
Just-
story to tell, something to talk, something cool. We can bring them on as a guest or whatever, and ask about, interview them about their story or whatever. Hear an outside story. Like that could
Just
be cool.
imagine. Just imagine if we just interview a fucking criminal. Just like.
Hey, speaking of which, Joe Exotic is in a prison right up the road from me now, so I could probably get a fucking live podcast with Joe Exotic, bro. Tiger King.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
You go see wouldn't it be crazy having a Tiger King on this podcast?
Oh my god.
That's
Like, imagine,
diabolical.
like, dude, we get big enough to where we could buy like a little hat, like a little podcast house or something
Yeah,
in between.
that's big time dream. You dreaming big, big, big. I'm at least dreaming something doable. I think
Why
my
would
dog.
we need a whole?
Is
Why
my
would we need a
chair?
whole house for
Yeah,
that?
it's my chair.
Just have like
Yeah.
a room for it.
Yeah,
Unless you want to go outside and be the midnight homeless. That'd be pretty cool too.
I mean, I don't
We can do it outside in our car.
interviews behind the dumpster. Well, I'm just sitting here shivering.
Yeah,
got
just
a
ignore,
cold-
just ignore Joel. He's a fucking.
Got any
He has
heroin?
some of his heroin pills.
Ain't no heroin in there. I need some heroin.
I did a damn interview for
The
heroin.
things I used to
What
do
you-
for heroin.
Why are you really talking back and forth like that? What the?
Because that's the things you do for heroin, boys.
So like, obviously you guys have all these different ideas. So it's a pretty good way to just keep building up.
Yeah,
Obviously, like you
I
said,
got one more idea. I
Ooh,
probably
ooh.
got a couple more, but I just want to throw this out.
lay it on me.
We got you to use your camera you spent $200 on for 3
Dude,
episodes.
dude,
Will you ever pick
like,
that some bitch up and use it again?
I don't know why. Okay, so like a week ago or so, or a few weeks ago, I don't remember. I was trying to like fucking use it one time to like, you know, with you guys in a VC one time. Was like watching something and making little jokes or some shit, like having a webcam party. And like my webcam crashed my PC.
Oh.
So
Well, that ain't
I'm not fucking with that shit again until I get a new PC or whatever. But I ain't doing that shit, and I don't feel like trying to find the issue of what fucked up. So
That's true.
yeah, I wanna just work on my VTuber.
We'll always have the dance party video to remember what he really looked like.
Yeah.
just had a face mask on. Dude,
Yeah. And then put a big
I
RIP
had a
camera.
question about the fucking ghost episode. Did we ever fucking show like? Did you ever fucking put the part in what Andrew said? Hey Nick, someone walked by you, and I just said, "Who the fuck is in my room?"
No,
Or
we
some
didn't.
bullshit like that.
The real episode
That
one.
episode-
The real episode one
Got
was a ghost.
pulled
It was a
apart.
ghost stories, like personal ghost stories and stuff we grew up with.
Mhm.
I hate to refilm it, but it was
I don't know if the
my
viewers
fault that it
know
got jacked up because I got my microphone down here now, but before that I had it up behind my monitors, and it's
Oh, we
all
could definitely
it's all
refilm that,
room
bro.
echo. So every time that I talked about any of my stories, I couldn't fix the audio. I just could not fix it. It was awful.
Yeah, that's.
And so when the things that I posted, I posted one of Andrew's short as a short or whatever, and that was it. That's the only thing that was usable. I mean, there's other stuff that's usable in there. I just never got back,
Yeah,
never
man.
came back to it.
I don't know if we ever talked about that to the audience or not. But that the original episode 1 was gonna be about us ghost hunting.
Yeah, like Brandon.
And it was the
Gilson.
got
only
all
episode where
screwed
all of
up.
us had a
So-
story
Yeah,
that was actually based on
we could
you know
re-
what we actually experienced. Or
So
in my
could-
case,
we
mine
could
was a
definitely
friend's
record
experience.
that.
So what we
I
could
don't mind
do,
some friend's
what we
experience.
could do with that is maybe next season we could rewatch that episode to refresh how we did it, or what we talked about, what we talked, and just reshoot it, and just do that as season
Definitely.
2 episode because that's coming upon Halloween and stuff too. For be next season, so we could do that
Oh.
as a Halloween episode, redo the ghost story ones or whatever. So
Ooh, I got
Ooh,
coaches.
have an
Yeah.
idea. We can
So-
do in like Halloween as well. We can do like a top 10 favorite horror movies or some shit. I don't
Dude,
know.
that would be awesome if we could a Halloween special, all of us together
yeah, well.
in like Halloween outfits.
Dude, that's it. We could wear costumes on here.
That would be sick.
Actually,
Hold on.
you're
I
ju-
don't know.
you just wear your costume year round, there, asshole. He's like, I'll wear my asshole costume every day. I'm gonna have to shoot that solo thing because I had a good idea for the. I just don't want to waste it now that we've talked about doing little
Ooh,
solo
tell me.
things. Well, I
Tell me,
came
what's your
across.
plan?
Well, no, because I had talked about earlier, I might do my first outro in this episode, and it was a story. It was a modern day. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm thinking it might be
It's
better
about-
as a little solo thing. And so, because it's
okay.
not a full episode, it's not nothing that I could talk, but it's like a short story, short modern day
Mhm.
something. I don't know, but I made
Dude, and that's what we could do. Like we can go in here and we can go just pull up random like ghost stories or like a random murder story or something, and just grab it and just turn it into like a little short. Have our camera in the middle, and just have something rolling in the background.
Yeah.
Just so it's not a black screen in our camera.
Right.
Just a little bit extra. Yeah.
I may try to do that this week and film it and post it and just to see what you guys just see how it works.
See how it works. Yeah,
Alright.
give it a shot.
Because
yeah.
it would be
Yes, we're
short. It
still
would
in
be
the testing
short
stages.
enough. It would be short enough. Maybe 10 minutes, 5 or 10, less than 10 minutes, where I could edit it in
Right.
one half of a morning before I go to bed, and that way I still have time to work on this. You know what I'm saying? It'd take
Yeah.
maybe an hour to do it, to record it and edit it, and then I still had the rest of my morning to work on this main podcast or whatever. That's the only time I can work on it during the weeks. Is I get like 3 or 4 hours a day that I can work on it during the week. That's it before I have to go to bed. Third shift kills people, man. That's why they call it the graveyard shift. Don't work it. Don't ever work a third shift job, guys. If you can help it, get a real life.
Dude, look
Right.
where I'm at
Real
right
life.
now. I'm in a graveyard right
I'm
now.
5 to 5
behind
right
me.
now.
It's like, dude.
5 in the morning, 5 evening.
Actually,
so
this is just I just use a fucking prison
wow.
map as a fucking backdrop.
I just say this.
that's
I'm
why
getting
my
ready to go
solo
down.
channel
Yeah.
took a while.
I'm getting ready to go down
All
hard.
right, Reaper. Well, what final thoughts on the first season on the episodes you was in? It's fun,
Fun, good time.
laughing and cutting up, remembering old stories
Yeah.
like we did tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do enjoy that. Remembering the day.
I think
know,
it's cool.
when I
I think
was
it's cool that
a lot younger.
me and you started this like an idea for a podcast 4 or 5 years ago. Not even that. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And we filmed like little things here or there, and you on mobile Discord walking through Walmart with your COVID mask and all kind of funny, crazy
Yeah.
stuff. And it just kind of fizzled out. We started playing video games, and stuff, and now to see that concept build into us having a concept, I'm pointing into,
Yeah.
and then bringing you into it
Well,
again. It's just cool to see it.
What helped? What the concepts? Like not only that, but we would have deep. We would. I mean, you remember like forever ago. Like we would sit in here and we would have straight up deep ass conversations, and we was like, damn, we should have this being recorded.
Yeah.
And like we would literally have the most craziest. All of us have the deepest
Yeah.
like talks
Yeah.
Dude.
about stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we should make it a podcast. Maybe we should make it a podcast.
Oh,
Went months without
That's why I've
making
been
it a podcast.
telling you, bro. You
And then we
gotta
made the
follow without the
podcast, and
consent.
now
We live in
it's-
Kentucky. All of us live in Kentucky. It is one consent. So me and you can, talk and you don't get in trouble as long as you actually participate in a conversation.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Good.
It just means everybody
Yeah.
got to be on guard exactly what they say, though. That's the problem. Makes things less
And-
less funny.
And the thing is, about those type of things though, and you can just edit that out.
I got Reaper's any final thoughts on the seasons? Like just as a personal season there, Andrew.
Oh man, I loved it. I'm glad we finally
Glad you finally talked to.
sat down and talk to you and
Yeah,
getting this started, man.
yeah.
I mean, you kind of like a workhorse, and I like to take some of that off of the weight.
It is a lot, but I like it. I said my thing is if I'm
Like, and we all have roles, but I feel like you have the harder role because I know how it is editing videos.
it does
and,
take a
man, it's
while.
not no
It does
easy
it does
job.
take a while, but my thing is until it still doesn't feel like work. Like if I'm being creative, it's an outlet for me in any way,
Right,
shape,
yeah,
or form.
that's the best part.
So it doesn't feel like work. It is work.
As long
but
as
it
you don't
doesn't
get
feel
burnt
like,
out.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried
Yeah.
about. Is eventually it's getting burnt out on it a little bit or
And we
something.
can switch around.
So
It's just
it's bound
with
out.
us not having the same programs. It'll be
Yeah.
like the backgrounds. I don't know how to do
Well,
that background
even
type
if you,
stuff on
like I
here.
said, even if you
I'm
just,
sure you can, but I don't know.
even if you just
I'll
get
figure it out.
the actual podcast edited and then send it to me, I can add the backgrounds to it. That's what I mean. That stuff like that I can do, or add to it
Yeah.
if we like rotate editors or whatever, rotate through it. Just send me the footage, and then I'll put backgrounds or whatever on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like some of us will edit certain episodes and we give it to you, and you
Just
just add the
got,
background.
You just got that tight deadline. That's the problem. That's the thing. I know, like I said, and that's why I originally said I don't have a problem doing it, because I know, like I said, you guys want to play games and stuff a lot. I'm a gamer too. I just don't play nowhere near as much as you guys do.
I haven't been playing that much.
So like that's why I volunteered instantly. I knew I had the editing software. I knew I had the time, and it wouldn't take away from your all's group that you all game with outside of the podcast and stuff. And I didn't want this podcast to impede your all's private time with the group of friends that you have outside of the podcast, which, like I said, I don't really. Me and Ashley are friends, but I don't even get to see him in person very often. So it's like I just eat, sleep, and work and do this. That's it. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's
not like I am worried about.
It's
burnout.
not like I know
as
how
long
to,
as we can avoid the burnout.
Yeah.
I know,
And I think rotating editors will be a big help on the burnout situation.
It's just whenever y'all can stomach not getting to play games for a week, because it will take a full week, or at least
that's
half a
more
week.
of an Angie thing. That's more of an Angie thing.
For me, it'd be more like YouTube, because I've not really played that much games here lately.
Good night, Reaper.
I've been studying, so I can't really.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Yeah,
See you next season.
No,
See ya, dude.
next season.
See you next season.
See ya, soldier.
Everybody in the chat. Say R.I.P. Reaper. He's sleeping.
Yep, I'm gone. I'm gonna stop my recording right now.
All right.
Don't forget to send me that audio. You'll still be on camera. All right. So last one we got. What about you, Pika?
But yeah,
Final thoughts on?
I am greatly proud.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, so
excited.
my final
to
thoughts
have
of this season.
going.
My final thoughts of this season. I think we did pretty decent. I think it was a decent start.
Learning curve.
We may have done some. Yeah, we may have
especially
done.
for
We may have done
trying to
some
something
fuck
small,
ups.
professional.
some stupid mistakes and all that, hoopity giggity bullshit. But I just think we did pretty decent. But ultimately, with second season, we gotta up the antics, like up the quality and all that shit. And the best way to do that is do what we
Which I
just
don't
talked
think our
about, like
quality was
add a
that
bunch of
bad
new
either,
shit,
though.
add a bunch
But
of new
yeah.
shit and all that, trash.
Mhm.
Eventually, I don't know if I ever complete the 3D model that I was working on, because I'm, like I said, I had my GED and all this bullshit to go through,
Right.
and as well as just grinding a game, so I don't, feel left out, and all this bullshit. Like this, seriously, this book I'm holding right here has 1,000 pages. It's a pain in my ass.
Right.
But so I got all that. But once I'm free from all that, and I'll probably be a lot more active on the scene and working on the channel and all that bullshit, and I'll probably do some episodes faster than Andrew. Let's be honest, because I'm a fast editor.
Right.
And one other thing I was going to talk about, my brain is having a brain fart. Thankfully, you won't hear this one, unlike everyone else's farts.
Yeah, it's not good. It's a good thing. What do y'all think about what do you think about the dang outtakes at the end of videos? Do y'all like them? I think they're
Dude,
funny.
I love them.
I think they're
I
funny.
love the outtakes.
When we have them, when we have those moments. Like, I don't think we had anything in this episode.
Dude,
when we have
it's
them,
more serious.
when we have them,
If
I
we're
think
gonna
they're
do
cool to put to the
outtakes,
end.
if we're gonna do outtakes, I think it'd be more funnier if it was just like slightly funny gaffes or like mistakes or like some type of shit. Like, imagine I'm like reading a
and you stutter
trying to
something.
read a story or some shit,
Yeah, that doesn't,
and I just say,
happen a lot.
oh, I
though.
just like if I struggle to say it, for instance, I was like, I, and you're just like, damn.
Yeah,
And just fucking walk in and do it. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be pretty
just-
amazing.
I think so. But like I said, that stuff
Or
doesn't
a self-centered
doesn't
buzz.
happen a whole lot. I don't feel like, especially where I don't read anything. Very, very rarely do I read anything other than
I gotta work on that.
Intros
When I research,
are
I have to memorize
few.
better.
Okay. Actually, there is a good chance that we might encounter that eventually.
hmm
So, no diss. But Andrew, I think you're the one the most likely to make that type of mistake.
That's true. When you're reading, that's why I try to get away.
When he's reading,
Yeah.
Ronnie's
I mean,
reading, yeah.
I had that one episode where I read that entire story that I kind of wrote the Sunday, whatever it is, Bloody Sunday,
Gloomy
Gloomy
Sunday.
Bloody
Sunday,
Sunday, yeah.
Gloomy
Gloomy
Sunday.
Sunday. What the fuck?
But yeah, I read that entire thing and it was kind of choppy a little bit, and that really broke me. And I liked it. I wrote that little short thing as a story. I really enjoyed doing it, but when I was
As a
going through
narrator,
reading it, yeah,
when you're reading your own stuff that you wrote down as a narrator,
yeah,
you gotta make it so
gotta
that
spoil myself
the
now.
audience is kind of invested, and
Right.
you gotta make it like you gotta give some emotion to your voice.
right,
So you know how I read the like the Midnight Enigmas short thing that I wrote down, all that shit, like the outros and shit.
right,
Like sometimes I'll read like a news reporter and to make it interesting. Other times I'll actually try to go deep in thought about it kind of like how I read your stories, which as a matter of fact we might need to make a little funny special. Just read some of your stories.
Well, some of my
like-
shorts.
Yeah, you
Like
got
shit.
some good
You
horror
got
stories.
you gotta post some of that shit.
Anything creative, bro. That's me. My whole life. Anything I can possibly
Yeah,
do.
I'm just a 2D artist that knows how to play video games. That's just it.
Yeah.
Is that this microphone? Lane gave me this microphone. I don't know what he got it from. Boy pulled out his ass.
It
smells like it.
So does microphone. Oh god.
Oh
But,
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just thinking about how it came from. It was like months in advance of a thought that just popped up after all them conversations together.
Yeah.
And here, just us watching movies and or playing games and having those conversations, and then like 5-6 months later, we make this, and now it's just like I'm proud of it. Like I like seeing the guys in chat or the viewers jumping. Like, no, it's not huge jumps, but I thoroughly believe if we stay to this path or more of an advanced or path, we'll see bigger margins,
Right.
and it'll be so cool once we start seeing maybe 5, maybe 10, and then 15, 30 people in the comments stating their opinions or what they have to offer as
Or they
Right.
can make fun of my
Feedback.
lisp.
yeah, or but like their feedback, man, it was so awesome once we start getting like, and I love Ronnie King that he comes in here, or Ronnie the Ronnie guy, Ronnie Tim, he comes in here and he's always active and engaging, and the Ryan and the other guy, I can't remember the other guy, but
Right.
they're always in our podcast premieres, and it's so cool get to talk to them live. And then eventually, we could do like once we get higher up there, and we could go live and actually do it like live.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how you would feel about doing it live because there's bigger margins for mistakes there.
Right.
But it'd be kind of cool.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be interesting actually doing it live.
Like, yeah, having chat rolling with funny jokes. We read them out stuff.
Yeah.
They don't realize that we're fucking just
Or-
being taking
And
these
then we can get
shit from
viewer-
VC, the Discord. I mean,
yeah, like viewer stories. Like have them and like make like a little blog post where they could put their own personal stories or anything that they can come up with, like,
Right.
and then have us read them out.
Yeah.
That would be cool, man.
User listener submitted stories or something.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
like have them get like a email for this where they can email it to us.
I mean, it's got an email account.
oh my
I'm
god, I just thought of something super
pretty
funny.
sure I had to set one
That's
up
what I
for it.
said. That's why I
Yeah,
said
man,
super
I just-
funny.
I have such I like looking in and thinking every possibility of making this become more professional every time.
Right.
And I just love it. I just love it today.
It's like,
Yeah,
I can't get
About the
ahead of
chat
her.
thing, like reading chat, I just think it'd be funny. Like, someone tells us, sends us like a super chat, some shit, I don't know, like a story, right?
Mhm.
And I'd say, interesting story, dildo. Because some people have their stupid ass names.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that'd be so funny. And we just read the
Like,
story
dude,
like,
it
okay, thank you
actively
for that.
makes me sad when we have to wrap these up because I'm like, man, I'm ready to do another episode. And like,
Not
yeah.
me, Cap. When I'm done, I'm like Reaper. Oh, he's out. I can't. There's
Dude,
only
when
so
I'm done,
long.
I fucking
I
get
just
on my
enjoy
games.
it, man. I just love
fucking
the like the
studying.
deep thought conversations we got going sometimes.
Right. I just,
And then we get to see
Dude,
the
that could be
awesome
a story in
editings that you do.
itself.
I
That
just,
could be a
Like
story
these
in itself,
freaking
actually.
thumbnails, man, are fire.
yeah, I
These
love making
thumbnails are
thumbnails.
elite.
I like making the thumbnails.
Like I think my favorite one that you've made. Ooh, and there's a lot. I either like the Men in Black one, which is really cool, or the Mandela effect where we're in TVs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah.
We need to talk about shit like about a history, all that shit, like what happened to us and some shit. Like I feel like it'd be kind of interesting why, if people ask why am I taking my GED, I sound like I'm in my fucking 20s. And well, I mean, a simple question for that would be, well, I kind of got fucked over because I moved to the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
The only thing around was just a bunch of roads and nutsacks. So like,
Yeah.
it's just like all that bullshit. And homeschool became back before
Like a
fucking
backstory?
before COVID, the fucking homeschooling prices was fucking bad, and not to
Yeah.
mention, it was also dog shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So you was
Give our
getting
backstories.
you paying a lot, you getting nothing back really, and it's like it got to the point where we just stopped doing it, and I just never went back to high school. I never got to get my my degree, and so
Right.
it's kind of funny in hindsight because Andrew has a degree and I don't.
Right.
And no diss to Andrew, he's a funny guy. He's probably good at math and all sorts of other
Probably
shit.
good at math.
But my God, he cannot read.
I can read, damn it.
No, you can't.
There's a thing called ADD, and when I start going fast, I tend to fuck up
Oh my
freaking
god.
words.
I can't help it, dude.
It's either that or dyslexic. I don't know. So this is a wrap
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
on the
Yeah, I
final
guess,
season. All right.
fucking-
First season.
All right, so point forward. This is not the end of Midnight Enigmas. We'll be back, promise. So don't freak out if y'all are fans, and we'll be
I
back.
think we'll still have
as we
uploads.
close-
I really do. In between the
Yeah,
seasons.
yeah, we'll have like in between seasons. We'll have little stuff going on here, but it won't be a full length pods per minute, or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long he said. Hopefully, shorter, but we're taking a little break. So hopefully, guys enjoyed. So as we close this season out, I just want to say thank you all, one more time for hanging around and being here and listening to our podcast and taking your time out of the day to listen to us. Remember about these cool stories that we hear on the internet, and then turn them into or our own personal stories, and put them on here for you all. Thanks for riding along with us and coming along and hanging around. Covered a lot of crazy stuff this season's, from time glitches to aliens to ghosts and caving now. So
Yeah.
little funny stories there.
MIC4.
Creep.
C4.
We've done.
We'll put an
C4,
explosion
yeah.
on your ass.
We've laughed, we've been creeped out, we've learned some new things about a couple stories, which has been pretty cool. And we've definitely had some moments where we sat back and said, what the hell did I just hear?
And we want some interesting things about ourselves.
Maybe-
Let's be real.
Maybe that MissingPikaNo down there. Man, we've probably
Yeah,
said it a
but-
couple times.
let's
What
be
the hell
honest,
did I
we-
just hear?
There's a tick
Let's be
in
honest, we
my
did learn a
ass.
few things about each other.
That's it.
We
Like
learned
that
a
right
lot
there.
of things about each other.
And
So,
that's exactly why I love doing this. So this isn't a goodbye. It is just we'll see you in the next season. Until then, keep your mind open. Keep asking questions. Keep looking into the strange, the unexplained, fascinating, and sometimes the downright terrifying. And remember, there's always another story. I am GoneRogue, 86. This over here next to me is OneLane.
Very nice.
Down there, we got MissingPika. And over there, We got Reaper, who hates my car dearly. I don't know why. But this has been Midnight Enigmas Season 1, and I greatly appreciate all of you. And we will see you in the next season. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts down below, and we'll see you in the little short films. Yeah, we'll see you in the next season.
Deep.
Peace.
Bye bye. Now fuck off.
Yeah. Very nice outro, Andrew. I like that little thing you had written in there. I like that. Yeah, just have
Unless you want to go outside and be the midnight homeless. That'd be pretty cool too.
interviews behind the dumpster. Well, I'm just sitting here shivering.
You got a
Yeah,
cold.
just ignore Joel. He's a
Getting
fucking
heroin?
he has some of his heroin pit.
Can you heroin in here? I need some heroin.
I did a damn interview for
The
heroin.
things I used to do
What'd
for
you-
heroin.
Why are you talking back and forth like that? What the fuck?
Because it's the things you do for heroin, boys.
All right.
Oh my gosh. We
All right.
recording.
I don't know what intro Andrew cooked up, but okay, so this is probably gonna be my intro. Slap my belly. Did you choke on a dick?
Whoa, no! I'm coughing. I'm coughing. If Discord ain't picking that up.
Uh,